Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing the second part of my 7 Deadly Sins series. We are going to be doing greed today, and greed is represented by the color green. I don't really have a plan yet. I just know I will be adding scales to the look and I will be using a hairnet for that.
Hey guys, editing Sam, and I'm just gonna say from the get-go, this video was very hard to film because this look came with so many problems. So bear with me with the editing of this video because I go back and forth.
But let's get started first with our base. I'm going to be using the Aquamari Aqua Glow Cushion Foundation. After that, I am going to go in with concealer, the same concealer I used last time, which is the L'Oreal Infallible. I usually just put this under my eyes to cover my eye bags. I'm using a sponge to blend that together. And then I'm just gonna set my face with this Beauty Bakerie flour powder. I won't be adding blush and contour the same as my last look yet because I want to focus on the artistic side first. I think I'll start with the eyes. Yeah, eyes. Okay, so I will be doing something similar to a cut crease. I actually don't know what it's called.
Editing Sam knows what it's called. It's called a halo eye. So that's when you put a shimmer shade in the middle of your crease while two darker shades are encompassing at the sides.
So since greed is represented by the color green, I will be using this palette again and dip into the darker green shades for my transition color. So similar to the last look, I want to extend the eyeshadow down the nose, but I won't be extending this outward anymore. Then we will go on with the black color, the same black eyeshadow I've been using, just to darken the triangle of my eye. Here,
I'm just darkening the outer corners of my eyes, adding more depth, and then going to fix my nose contour. And it looks crazy right now, but it will get better.
Okay, and then we're going to add concealer on the middle of our eye. I'm just gonna use a flat brush to do that. Just like that. And I'll do the same thing on the other eye. And then we're just going to set that down with powder. So since I want this part of my eye to be really sparkly, I will be going in with a gold shade. So my color combo today would be green and gold. I'm just gonna take like a flat brush and go in with this palette. I'm gonna take the gold shimmer shade and pack that on the areas that we place concealer. If you're packing on eyeshadow and you want it to be very pigmented and dense, you shouldn't brush it away. You should pack it on, like example. Tap, 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 tap. Like if you were going to blend out a transition shade, you would do it like this, right? That's how you'd apply the product. But if you want the darkest shade possible of whatever eyeshadow you're doing, it's better to do this. I'm also putting that on my lower lash line. Okay, then I'm gonna go back in with the green and just blend this out to avoid any harsh lines.
I'm just going back and forth with that gold, black, and green eyeshadow to make the look more cohesive. For eyeliner, I'm just going to be using the Pudaier Cosmetics black eyeliner. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but yeah. This is unfortunately where things go south. So the original plan was to use the hairnet to create the scales, but at that time I did not realize that the things that are separating the holes were too thin. So when I patted down the eyeshadow on top of the hairnet, it didn't really show through. So you can actually see my disappointed face when I removed the hairnet and I saw that the scales couldn't actually be seen. So you can even see me attempting to save the look by adding dark eyeshadow around the sides to hopefully make the holes pop more. But eventually it just doesn't work, so I had to try something new. Before I did that, I just started outlining where I wanted the scales to be. So that was around this area and around this area. After which, I started to do my contour here and here. But after doing the contour, I really didn't want to manually draw the scales on because that was really taxing to do. So I got the hairnet again and then tried to do it again, but this time putting on a very light eyeshadow color so that it might appear on top of the green. And obviously that didn't work as well, and I still ended up painting it on manually. So, you know, it was a hard look. Okay, at this point of the video, I got a little bit fed up with myself. I ended the video and then I started it again, but I was already halfway through manually drawing on the scales. I'll just run you guys through it. I used a really thin paintbrush, and then I was using one of the very old oil-based face paints I bought on Shoppee. It will probably be somewhere in the video anyway, so you can just check that out. And it had the color gold in it, thankfully, so that's what I was using. And after drawing small, I wouldn't know what shape, it's kind of like a pentagon, but not really. As long as the edges were kind of sharp, I just went with that. After, I would go in with the green eyeshadow again and just darken the middle parts so that the gold scales would really pop out. And I just did that around all the areas that had green. So here, here, and a little bit on my contour area as well. I just went in with the same gold eyeshadow I used during my halo eye, and I just added that in the inner corners of my eyes to make my eyes look bigger. And I also used it as a highlight color as well. So I added it on the highest point of my cheeks and on the highest point of my nose, so that my nose looks really snatched. And then moving on to the lips, I started with the base color, so that's my Clinique matte lipstick. And then because I thought it looked a little bit too red and too pink, I put on the dark green eyeshadow I used on top so that I could achieve a more grungy lip color. But again, because things never go right in this video, I changed it entirely. I wanted to have more artistic value in my whole look, so I wanted to add a snake going in and out of my mouth. I took a really small brush and used the dark green color from the oil face paint I was using and just drew the snake going in and out of my mouth. And then after that, I still wasn't satisfied. I wanted the snake to pop out more, and in order for me to do that, I needed to add more contrast. And I added more contrast by coloring the base of my lips gold. And after I colored it gold, I thought it was too shiny. It took away from the snake. So I got the dark green eyeshadow again and then patted it on top so that the gold had kind of like a duochrome effect. All in all, this look was a hot mess to do, but I got it done anyway, and this is just to show you guys that not all of my looks go the way I want to. This was one chaotic video. I hope my next videos won't be this chaotic, but yes, thank you. And it's finals week, so I'm really trying to get this out.
Okay, most of this video is gonna be voiceover because I had a hard time creating this look, especially because the original plan was user create scales, but that didn't work. So I had scales and had it up and do at the same time. So the majority of the video. But anyway, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more.